Well, another week of framing gone by. I just filled up that whole bucket with scraps. See, I dropped a couple along the way. But a lot of lumber. I filled that up twice in the last 2 days. And you can see there's still a little tiny pile here. And then a lot of this stuff I'm just going to go through and like those white pressure treated boards are trash. But this one's good. So, I'm going to go through, see the end is split though. So I'll cut the end off, put the junk in that pile. I'm going to take that 2x6 and, some of these better things, that's a micro lamb. You can see there's a few 2x4s in there, but it's mostly 2x6. I'm going to stock them up here for inventory, since one of the big things I know we're going to be doing next week is adding in little blocking and making sure everything is straight and true for drywall. So like, here's an example right here. This is the header, or this is the post size it called for, and that's the header size. And so this one's actually a 6-inch deep and that one's a 4-inch. And so right here there's a 2-inch gap, or really, I guess more properly, the header actually sits 2 inches away. So I need to add a 2-inch strip here, so that way the drywall will sit, flat. You can't leave that type of a gap. It's at least got to have enough blocking to put the drywall screws in. And so I'm saving a lot of that. It just so happens these micro lamb cuttings are perfect for that. So all along while cuts are happening, I'm just gathering them up and kind of putting them in order, so that way I know where some stuff is. So I'm going to bring in a lot of those pieces there. So like, that's the stuff I've separated that was not trash. So I'll pull the nails, trim them, get them so they're usable, and then I'll line them up here. So that's a big thing. And then the bigger project for this coming week is all these 12-foot 2x6s are going to become the vaulted ceiling joists, or little rafters kind of things. And then I'm going to finish roofing, sheathing a roof. Part of it's done right there, but it was really windy the last 2 days, and so we kind of like shifted the focus off of getting the roof on, which was my highest priority, to getting some more of these interior walls done. And so one big thing we got done the last couple days was we got all the fascia up there and the plywood on the eave, which isn't super critical because it's going to be stuccoed and foam detail there, but that's all set. It's one tiny little thing to fix on the back corner. And of course this week I also got that big aluminum scaffolding. We'll walk around that way. So these are, I'll come around with the wheelbarrow and just be picking up these scraps and some of their trash. It's all right. I'm the cheaper labor. And then we got like that corner turned out great. Here's the scaffolding. So it's 25-foot scaffold work height. So that'll be good for the middle up there, running wires and putting in lights and everything. So that took a little while to go get assembled, but I'm going to break it down and probably set it at a slightly lower height, because next week we're also going to be doing the wall sheathing. And so this wall is going to be a little tricky, because right here, this is a 9-foot piece. It was a 10. We trimmed 1 foot off of it, and the 1 foot went up here in the eave. We're going to put another 9-foot piece, and that'll bring it to right there all the way across. But then there's going to be additional cut pieces on top. That's pretty high. So my plan is to set the scaffold up really for those more than anything. Or I could also set the scaffolding for the second level and then bring the grate all around as close as I can anyway, and lift them all the way up with the grate all, the carpenters, I mean. And then see right here, there's a missing fire block. So that's why I'm saving a lot of those blocking. We'll need those. This right here is an extra micro lamb that we're going to use as like scaffolding. So this one could attach to that addition of the ladder and make a scaffold right there so they could walk on it. So we're also going to plywood all these posts right here, plywood the foyer, and similar. I mean, most of the bottom side is done here minus the foyer and this under the window. And then see, we got some sheets staged there, some sheets staged here, a whole bunch of them staged there, and I just brought some 2x8 that we needed. So let's head upstairs. Like, a lot of this needs blocking. It's pretty much what this week is going to look like. I've been meaning to bring this up there because we got one more wall to do, and the ceiling up here, which is all 2x4. It's interior walls. It's 2x4 rather than 2x6. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this one. Let me move these a little bit, that way it doesn't end up out of order. So 2x4s. See, there's one 2x6 because we may need a little bit of 2x6 for the blocking. Like, that block needs to be redone. And then looks like, seems to me like there may need some blocking down here, but that's what these guys do for a living, so they know better. But take a couple steps back here. As soon as the roof sheathing is on, I can take down these temporary braces. They're holding this wall plumb right now, so get the roof sheathing on, take all these braces down. There's going to be a 42-inch, I believe, pony wall right here. It's going to be falls down the stairs, so that's still got to be built. That's part of why some of these 2x4s are here. See, all the blocking is saved up because, you know, it looks like we've already started doing some blocking. Luis was doing this, I remember that. Started making these blocking, but we got to put them all at the same level, strengthen the walls up. But here's basically the opening. It's really hard to see, there's so many boards going so many directions, but this is the opening for the hallway. So you'd walk in. This is where the washer and dryer will be, with or without a door. We can do it either way. And then let me get around this ladder. Straight ahead, right here's the bathroom. So you can see this is a pretty big bathroom, and that's the sunken shower. Here's the master bedroom. So we'd come through here, and you can see, you know, a lot of window light space in here. And with this type of isolated view, big windows in the bedroom are going to be good. Of course, you put up curtains or sliders or whatever, but you know, big open, a lot of natural light, a lot of good views. We saw a coyote coming through here a couple days ago, and one of the carpenters said he saw a deer, and one of the other guys looked and he said it was a rabbit, but it was like right around here. It was probably a rabbit, but there have been deer right there. And then, so if we take a step back here, that opening right there is the sliding closet door. So this is all walk-in closet space. And there's the 8-foot ceiling. That's going to be the closet, the bathroom, and this little square right here is actually the pantry. We'll go back that way. But this is the ceiling for the master bedroom, so it's vaulted, and it'll have a beam, an exposed rough wood beam right here, right down the center of the two. Now, the reason it's off to this side is because that center line is the actual center line of the whole living space. So there's going to be matching rafters coming up this way, and a beam would go to here and stop, and then continue out here in the living room, which is where we're going back. So that's, again, why there were all those 2x6s right here that are stacked up. So each one of those is going to go this way, and there will be that beam running down the middle. We'll have a ceiling fan or two hanging from the beam, because it's going to be a faux beam that's hollow that we can put wires in. And then in here's the pantry. That's one thing I skipped. So this is a smaller pantry door. Right here's gonna be the fridge. Just a little bit over there is gonna be cabinets in the range, and a microwave, and then the corner cabinets with the sink and the dishwasher. And so all this is kitchen stuff here. So boom, this is the pantry, and we'll shelf this all up with shelves to store food and stuff and things. And then again, this is where the island will be. And so that's pretty much, oh, I forgot, sheeted the whole deck, put up the ledger on the deck. I got a lot of cleaning up to do here, but no problem. I'm going to take this actual plywood versus the OSB. We're done with the plywood, so I'm going to take it, you know, like these cuts, we need to keep full sheets here. We don't want to be patching a bunch of stuff in, but these full sheets, I'm going to stack them up, and we may use them for little things here or there. So I'm going to pull all that stuff off today after the carpenters are, you know, out of here. I'm going to help them as much as I can on the roof. These straps still need to go up on the roof to connect the two at the peak, to connect that TJI joist to the next one. You know, we got to strap those every other at 48 inches. And so that's pretty much what we're looking at over here. This is just kind of a staging area for the sheathing for the wall. The roof stuff we're bringing straight up all the way. And so for those rafters here, the ones that are going to make the vaulted ceiling, we need to put a ledger up. It needs to be a 2x8 ledger, 30 feet long. And then each one of those is going to get hangers on it. And I'll take you down there. I'll show you. That's what I got. So that's what I got in here. 2x8s. That's why they're so wide. And I got a 12, and an 8, and that'll do the 30 feet. And right in that bag, I've got the hangers that we need. Grab them out of here. These hangers weren't very expensive, so that's nice. So these will attach to the joist, to like the, I don't know, the ledger, I guess we'll say. Right, and then the structural nails will go in here, and then the 2x6 will rest on here and become that angle. Those ones are so short, those ones can just get nailed into the walls and the ceiling, but these ones are longer spanning, so they need the ledger and the brackets, the hangers. And so, gosh, I kind of forget what week it is. I'm gonna say this is the end of week 5 or maybe even 6, but getting close. And so there's your update. We'll update in a few days, or maybe even end of week.